This is, without a doubt, one of my favorite days of the year, no question about it. And this is an amazing week to be receiving your first Chumash. This week's Parashat Yitro, the Bnei Yisrael they receive at Ma'amad Har Sinai from Hashem and get the Torah. Hashem reveals himself to the Jewish nation this week's Torah portion. You know, the Torah, though, is not just a book. In fact, the Sefer Torah itself isn't really the holiest part. It's not even the book, it's not even the writing inside. It's the content. It's everything that is being accessed through the Torah. So I'd like you to come and join us as we welcome second grade in showing us how they have been preparing for receiving their Chumash.
Good morning, everyone. Just a few words to introduce to you the play. First of all, we are so excited to celebrate this amazing milestone with you. Our second graders have been working really, really hard these past months, tackling difficult grammatical concepts and rules in Chumash, and it was not easy, but it really, their love of learning really came through. So you can be extremely proud of them. The theme of our play is Torah through time. Our second graders will take you on a trip through more than 3,000 years of Jewish history with a few stopovers in one of the main events, and take you also to some exotic Jewish communities and give you a taste of the Torah learning over there. Before we start, a few thank yous, because it really takes a village to teach this amazing group of children. To my Akiba team, Miss Jennifer and Mr. Chris and Laura Esther, amazing colleagues. This could not have been possible without your patience and persistence. To Rabbi Hanania for supporting me. Also Mr. Scott Rothenberg helping us with the tech. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone, let me just check. Rabbi Lax for the musical piece that you're going to hear in a little bit, and our amazing Bnot Shirut, Raz and Liad, and our parent volunteers who help us glue the inserts into the Chumashim, set up the tables, and later on clean up. So without further ado, we're going to start with our play in just a second.
Dear parents and friends, welcome to the second grade Chumash celebration. We hope you enjoy our performance. הורים ואורחים יקרים, ברוכים הבאים לחגיגת החומש של כיתה ב'. אנחנו מקווים שתהנו מההופעה שלנו. Our Chumash play is about two imaginary second graders at Akiba, Dini and Dovi, who will be traveling back in time. Each scene will happen in a specific period of Jewish history and highlight a particular Chumash skill or concept that we find. In your Chagigat HaChumash guide, you'll find an explanation of the Jewish theme or Chumash skill covered in each scene. Although there's a few actors will be playing Dini and Dovi, you'll be able to recognize them by their outfit. Dini will always wear a red bow and a scarf, and Dovi will always wear a cap and a jacket. This is how Dini and Dovi's adventure started. One day they went to their Saba and Safta's house and got curious about all the ancient objects sitting in their attic. Who's in here? Sapphire has many, the book of time. It looks like there's a big vav on it. Now I see it says Amar Ati, past, present, future. Wait, you know what this reminds me of? The vav ha'ipuch that we learned about in Chumash class that turns past into future and future into past. So, do you think that we could be traveling in time? Let's spin the vav and see. When Hashem gave the Torah to the Jewish people more than 3,000 years ago. Oh yeah, you know that every single Jew, man, woman, and even all the nation want to be born like me and you. We're all present during the momentous event. Well, so now I could tell everyone that you actually remember being there. Wait, look, is that? Yes, it's Moshe Rabbeinu holding the Torah. Did you know that we have the same Torah as Moshe Rabbeinu? There is not one word, not even one letter from the Torah that we have today. That's different from the Torah Moshe Rabbeinu received on Har Sinai. Yes, I know. We just divided them into 5 Chumashim: Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra, Bamidbar, and Devarim. And the Chumashim are divided into portions, Torah portions, 54 to be exact. Oh, where are we now? Oh, I see the big Hamikdash over there. Now I see the Roman soldiers roaming the streets of Yerushalayim. It looks like we made it at the time of the Romans ruled the land of Israel, which is around 2,000 years ago. The Romans imposed ostracism on the Jewish, one of them beginning the prohibition to know Torah. Rabbi Akiba, why are you risking your life? You know that if the Romans catch you, they'll throw you in jail and probably kill you. Let me answer you, Papas. What's the story? There was once a fox who had gone hungry for a very long time. He had then found a river with all the fish. He thought of ways into tricking the fish to go close enough to catch them. I have run all this way to tell you that when I come into the forest and we're heading toward the stream and catch you right now. But I've come to help you, my friends. Climb out of the water onto my back and I'll carry you to safety.
No, thank you. If we are out of the water, we will surely not. But as long as we stay in the water, we can try to avoid the fisherman's nets and the fox's tail.
Did you ever wonder how the kids used to learn Torah in the olden days? Like when there were no real schools? Yeah. Well, let's go check it out.
Looks like we landed somewhere in Europe, maybe Poland.
So, Maisha, I want to say instead of Lech Lecha to Abna Binu, what is the Lech? Huh?
Oh, I know. Shh. It means 2 or 4.
somewhere in Africa, I think. Look, they are so poor that they only have one Chumash to share between 4 students. But how do the kids on the other side manage to read if the Sefer is upside down?
I remember Softa telling him many Jews in the old Yemen were upside down, and it actually became the preferred way of reading.
Yaakov, what does it mean that Hashem took Bnei Israel Mitzrayim?
Oh, that's an easy one.
We are present Chiliot in 2nd grade at Akiba Academy. Check us out.
Akiba.
Yeah, me too. And Zen2s are fun, but there's nothing like it.
Let's go back into the future.
Okay.
What happened to our classmates? Looks like they're frozen. Maybe their time hasn't come yet. What's the date?
Let me check and see if their husband in. It's Yud Zayin Shvat, the 17th of Shvat now.
Today, I mean, we are supposed to get our Chumashim.
Oh no, what if they stay frozen and miss the Chagigat Chumash?
I see a button on each of their heads. Let's press it. It's not working.
Wait, I see a word on each of their backs. Looks like a shara.
You mean the 3 letters that created a poem like a verb?
Yeah. It's that yellow.
The time.
Yeah.
The top.
Correct.
The top.
Yellow.
The top.
Guys, we have to get our Chumashim now.
We are ready!
Let's not all forget to say the brachot on the Torah.
Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, venatan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Hashem, noten
A big giant round of applause for our amazing second graders. I know I'm biased for 2 reasons. One is I get to work here, and the other is I have a second grader in our family. But that was fantastic, was it not? That was absolutely amazing. You can already tell how excited they are. They have already cracked them open, and they will not stop. And I was noticing one very special thing at the end of their amazing performance. And that was the giant smile each and every one of them had on their faces as they came down the stage to receive their Chumash. Which is exactly what this entire performance, this entire day, this entire school year, and every school year is truthfully about. Rabbi Green mentioned the idea that in this week's Parsha, we have the actual experience of receiving, of accepting upon ourselves this experience We have the experience of Matan Torah, of Ma'amat Har Sinai, of the Har Sinai and the Decalogue. That whole story is now resonating to here, to this moment. So the idea of that play, of time travel, you're watching past, present, and future, sitting on the floor with no ability to not look at their exciting Chumashim and dive right in. You know, the first letter of the Torah is a bet. Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim v'et haaretz, the pasuk says, in the beginning. And so our sages, Chazal, ask, why not start at the actual beginning? Start with an aleph. And the answer is there really isn't a beginning, because if there were a beginning, there'd be an end. Oral Torah, Gemara, also doesn't have a first page. Always starts with a bet, daf bet, the second page. And the margins on those pages of Torah learning that these amazing Torah scholars will dive into and plow through always have room on the edges, on the margins. Why? Because their voices are the next voice in the Masorah, in the chain of Torah learning. Their voices, their ideas, their original thoughts, your original ideas in Chumash, when you guys are learning Parsha, when you guys are learning your Psukim, and you raise your hands, hopefully everyone raises their hand, right? We raise our hand? All right. We raise our hand and we ask a question. Those questions, even if Rashi asked them, even if the Rashbam asked them, even if the Ramban asked, it's your question. It's your Torah. And your voice is what fills up the margins. There is no beginning, there is no end. We keep on going deeper and deeper and deeper. And our bracha, my bracha, not only to my son, but to all of the sons and daughters on stage here, and to everybody in the room, is that we, through them, in this moment vicariously, experience the joy of Limud Torah, experience the joy, the absolute second grade excitement, unadulterated excitement of this is a milestone, and that I enjoy learning Torah. We ourselves should have a blessing that we feel the same way whenever we crack open a new Sefer. Whenever we open a page of Parshat HaShavua, or ask a question at the Shabbat dinner table to our children or to our guests, that we have that same cheshek, that same desire to dive right into Torah. You know, I remember my second grade play, my Chumash play. I remember receiving it. I remember the gold cover on my Chumash, and that was a few years ago. These moments last a lifetime, an absolute lifetime. They're going to remember this moment. I know you will as well. Even before we had cameras and video cameras in our pockets, these cameras worked even better. We'll remember these moments forever. So I'm just taking a mental shot of this amazing second grade class, because in just a few short years, after B'nai Mitzvahs happen, after graduations happen, we're going to be reading and hearing and learning and listening to podcasts of all of your Torah in the not too distant future. And we can't begin to say a big giant thank you to every parent, every Rebbe, every Mora who have entrusted the job of this excitement, of this type of an experience to Akiba Yavneh Academy. That's a privilege, that's an honor, that's something that we never overlook. And I want to be the first to say out loud what everyone in this room is going to say. You guys did a fantastic job. And we can't wait to see how this is going to catapult you into the future. Who else got the Back to the Future reference in the middle of the play? This is going to catapult you into that future of Torah learning from this moment until we're going to go from strength to strength to the next moment and the next and the next. A big Yeshua V'chem, one more giant round of applause for these amazing second graders. Before I relinquish the mic, which in general is I actually should teach classes in a rabbinic school about how to let go of the mic. I want to thank, beyond everyone in the room, we have a very special Saba and Savta who helped sponsor the Chumashim. So here's Devir. There he is. I hope they're watching. So Devir's Saba and Savta Shalom in Eretz Israel. There can be no greater joy than being able to contribute from afar and watch as our amazing, amazing grandson achieves this milestone with his whole class, and the Chumashim that you guys are all holding is because Saba and Savta Shalmona decided that they really, really wanted to participate in this amazing moment. So a big giant round of applause and thank you to Tavir's grandparents. And really, before I let go, I want to also ask two very special moms who help with this class in all things. We're going to ask Mrs. Diamond and Mrs. Hochschild to come on up for one final thank you.